Good evening and welcome to JC Spotlight. I'm your host, JC. Tonight we have the distinct honor and privilege of hosting a truly remarkable individual, a leader whose legacy has left an indelible mark on the pages of history. So joining us, please welcome the 44th himself, the former president of these United States, Barack Obama. Mr. President, it's an absolute honor to have you on the show.
Thank you, JC. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's dive right in. Throughout your presidency, you championed the ideas of hope and change. Looking back, what do you believe was your most significant accomplishment during your time in office?
Well, JC, it's hard to pinpoint just one accomplishment. But if I had to choose, I'd say the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, stands as one of the most transformative pieces of legislation during my presidency.
Undoubtedly, the Affordable Care Act was a landmark piece of legislation. I personally benefited greatly from the Health Care Act. I had low income at the time and a lot of health issues that needed to be taken care of. Obamacare touched my life in a personal way, so I just want to say thank you. Now, shifting gears a bit, during your time in office, you faced numerous challenges, both domestically and internationally. Can you share with us a moment that tested your leadership the most?
There were certainly many challenging moments during my presidency, JC. One that stands out is the decision to authorize the operation that led to the death of Osama bin Laden. It was a high-stakes decision with significant implications, and it required careful deliberation and consideration of all possible outcomes.
It's fascinating to hear about the weighty decisions that presidents must make. Now, as we look ahead, the world is grappling with a myriad of complex issues, from climate change to geopolitical, that's a big word for me, political tensions. What advice would you offer to the current administration or the one perhaps coming in, and the world leaders in navigating these challenges?
My advice would be to prioritize collaboration and diplomacy. Many of the challenges we face today are global in nature and require collective action. By working together with other nations and engaging in meaningful dialogue, we can address these challenges more effectively and build a more peaceful and prosperous world for future generations.
Those are wise words indeed. Mr. President, before we wrap up, I'd like to ask one final question. Now, as a role model to countless individuals around the world, what message would you like to impart to the next generation of leaders and change makers?
Obama. I would encourage them to never lose sight of the power of their voice and their ability to affect positive change. No matter how daunting the challenges may seem, each and every one of us has the power to make a difference in the world. So stay engaged, stay informed, and never lose hope in the possibility of a better tomorrow.
Thank you again so much for sharing your insights and wisdom with us tonight. It has truly been an absolute pleasure speaking with you.
The pleasure was all mine, JC. Thank you for having me and putting the spotlight on Black History Month. Hey, if you haven't watched her videos on Sojourner Truth and Frederick Jones, you need to check them out.
Can we just show our appreciation one more time? We'll be right back after this promotional video.
Hello, and welcome to the show. I will be your ghostly host, Jasper Spiritwell, here to guide you through the untold stories of the ethereal realm. But before we dive into the world beyond the living, allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Jasper Spiritwell, a ghost who hails from the Victorian era. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Now, a brief overview of the unique show that brings together ghostly tales, paranormal investigations, and a dash of humor. Each episode, we invite ghostly guests to share their captivating stories from beyond the grave. These tales take us on a journey through mysterious mansions, haunted houses, and chilling encounters with the supernatural. But it doesn't stop there. We also have a segment where professionals, if you'll pardon the cough, paranormal investigators react to these ghostly tales. These brave individuals attempt to keep their composure while hearing first-hand accounts of spectral mischief and otherworldly antics. Their genuine reactions range from disbelief to awe, providing an entertaining and human perspective to the paranormal. Now, let's talk about the unique flavor that sets spectral shenanigans apart: clean adult humor. We understand that humor can be a coping mechanism for both the living and the ghostly, so we infuse our storytelling with clever wit and light-hearted banter. The ghostly narrators, with their spectral mischief and mischievous tendencies, often poke fun at the paranormal investigators, leaving audiences in stitches. For example, in one episode, a guest recounts his love for playing tricks on the investigators, using their ghost-hunting gadgets like the laser grid projectors and spirit boxes. His mischievous tales combine with the priceless reactions of the paranormal investigators, creating comedic moments that leave viewers chuckling and gasping in equal measure. But we strive to maintain a balance, ensuring that our humor is suitable for a diverse audience of both skeptics and believers. Our goal is to entertain and bring joy while never crossing the line into offensive territory. So, if you're searching for an unconventional blend of ghostly stories, humorous reactions, and a more light-hearted take on the paranormal, spectral shenanigans is the show for you. Join us as we explore the unexplained, laugh at the absurd, and discover that even in the afterlife, a little laughter can go a long way. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
Well, folks, what a great show. I know I certainly enjoyed it. Well, as you saw in the promotional video, we're starting a new series called Spectre Shenanigans. So next week we'll be having the host of the show, Jasper Spiritwell, for a sit-down interview. I know you're kind of thinking, okay, you and a ghost having a conversation? Well, you never know. Stranger things have happened in the world lately. But we'll give it a shot. So be sure to tune in next Saturday at 11 p.m. And until next time, just embrace now. Good night.